A very good evening and welcome to our exclusive interview with Minister James Cleverly, the UK Minister of State for Middle East and Africa and North Africa. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Cleverly, and welcome, a warm welcome to Kuwait. Thank you for being with us on Kuwait Television.
Well, thank you, and thank you for having me for this interview.
Minister Cleverly, this is your first visit to Kuwait. You've had the chance to meet with our Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sheikh Dr. Ahmed Nasser Mohammed al-Sabah. How did that meeting go? What was the scope of the meeting?
Well, I was able to discuss with him the strength of the bilateral relationship, and I think the UK and Kuwait enjoy a very, very strong, very long-standing bond of friendship. And whilst the history of the two countries is great, mainly what we talked about were opportunities for the future, about strengthening the relationship post-COVID, about things like health and education and cybersecurity. And it was a very good opportunity to catch up with a long-standing friend of the UK and talk about how we work together even closer in the future.
Minister Cleverly, congratulations on the appointment of the new UK ambassador to Kuwait, Her Excellency Belinda Lewis. Is your visit in any way connected to her arrival? Can you elaborate on the purpose of your visit and the agenda ahead?
Well, I had originally planned to visit Kuwait about this time last year, but unfortunately coronavirus delayed my trip. But I'm very pleased that my trip now coincides with the appointment of our new ambassador, Belinda. I'm very pleased that she is the first female ambassador from the UK to come to a Gulf country. We're very proud of the number of women that we have in senior appointments within the Foreign Office, and we will work through her closely with the government and the people of Kuwait to make sure that both our countries prosper and thrive. And it was a lovely opportunity to congratulate her on her new appointment.
As you mentioned, she is truly the first UK female ambassador to Kuwait since the establishment of diplomatic relations back in 1899. We welcome her with open hearts and wish her the best of luck during her tenure. The Western world has taken big steps towards empowering women, especially in the political arena. What does that mean to you personally, and how do you evaluate the role of Kuwaiti and Middle Eastern women in politics?
Well, I think it's incredibly important that as the world becomes more competitive, we ensure that we harness all the strengths and all the talents of our respective countries. I first got interested in politics when Margaret Thatcher was our Prime Minister, and I know that she is someone who is very highly respected here in Kuwait for obvious reasons. So we know that women in positions of political leadership can be decisive, can be effective, and we're very proud in the UK that we have many women. We've had 2 female Prime Ministers now. Many of my colleagues in government are fantastic women, similarly in business. And we think it's important that all countries utilise all the strengths of their people, both men and women.
Minister Cleverly, what are some of the areas of cooperation that between the UK and Kuwait that you would like to highlight and maybe seek to develop in the near future?
Well, quite famously, an important part of the relationship between the UK and Kuwait was the role that we played alongside others in the liberation of Kuwait 30 years ago now. And protecting each other is incredibly important. Then it was protecting from tanks and armies, but in the future it's protecting from environmental change, from diseases like coronavirus, and also from attacks through the internet. So issues like cybersecurity, protecting the environment, making sure the Kuwaiti and the British economies are both strong and resilient. These are the issues that we discussed on the visit. And increasingly, of course, these are challenges that can't be overcome with countries working in isolation. It requires us to work together with friends and partners, and I think this will form the nature of the working relationship between the UK and Kuwait for years to come.
Minister Cleverly, in 2019, Kuwait and the UK celebrated 120 years of diplomatic relations. This historic and excellent history of relations have produced numerous initiatives, among them the UK-Kuwait Joint Steering Committee, or group. The steering group continued to meet during the COVID-19 pandemic, although online, on the internet. How effective is this committee and is this group, and can you highlight some of its work and accomplishments?
Well, we very much value the work of the Joint Steering Group, and we were determined to make sure its work continued even through the pandemic. As you say, we had to be flexible and adaptable, and we continued the work online rather than face-to-face. We very much hope that in the forthcoming months, we will be able to reconvene the group face-to-face, and we can continue working on the areas of mutual benefit and mutual interest, ensuring that our respective economies are robust. We often talk about future commercial opportunities, also the exchange of ideas, the exchange of people. As I say, we are very, very pleased to welcome Kuwaitis when they come to visit the UK. And of course, because of the circumstances that we've recently endured through coronavirus, we will of course be speaking about how we recover back from coronavirus, how we bounce back, how we protect ourselves from future challenges like this.
As we mentioned, the relation between Kuwait and the UK is special. Kuwaitis love the UK. They vacation in the UK. They invest in the UK. They love UK football, the Premier League. They love products, UK products and merchandise. Kuwaitis are very appreciative of the UK Foreign and Commonwealth Office, which a few years ago made it much easier for Kuwaitis to visit the UK through the online application, the visa application. How do you see relations between the two nations developing further?
Well, as you say, the people of the United Kingdom and Kuwaitis, I think, enjoy quite a special relationship. We are very, very pleased that so many Kuwaitis regard the United Kingdom as their second home, as their preferred place to visit. When Kuwaitis invest in the UK, that's very, very pleasing to us. We're going to make sure that our visa system remains up to date and fast and convenient, because of course after this year where so many of us have been unable to travel, unable to visit family, unable to visit friends, we want to make sure that once travel is safe, that we also make it easy and convenient. And we really look forward to welcoming Kuwaitis back to the UK, and hope that you'll come back in large numbers, and we can go back to those happy days before this coronavirus, where we welcomed you in significant numbers, whether it be, as I say, to study or to go shopping.
If you make it easier for them to travel, they will come, I assure you. Minister Cleverly, the COVID-19 pandemic has struck almost every nation in the world. We hear some good news from the UK, however, with regards to containing the pandemic. How has this virus impacted the UK, and what about the future outlook?
Well, the United Kingdom has been hit hard by the virus, as have many other countries in the world. The UK has a service-based economy, service sector economy, and when we had the social restrictions in place to help defeat the coronavirus pandemic, of course, that hit the service sector particularly hard. And so it has made an impact on the UK. However, we are very proud that one of the leading vaccines against coronavirus was developed in collaboration between AstraZeneca and the University of Oxford, funded research by the British government, and we really hope that that vaccine will play a huge part in helping the world defeat coronavirus. What we're now seeing is, because of our vaccine program in the UK, the number of infections has reduced, the number of hospitalizations has reduced, and thankfully the number of people who are dying from coronavirus has hugely reduced. So we believe we are now on the road back to recovery, and we're also now very keen to make sure that we support the rest of the world through their vaccination programs so that we can all defeat this virus together.
Minister Cleverly, while looking up your bio, I read that you have joined the military in October of 1991. This is only 8 months after the liberation of Kuwait from the Iraqi aggression. What memories do you have of that particular time, of the difficult time then?
Well, this might sound strange when you think I was 3,000 miles away, but at the time I remember watching the news reports, watching the build-up to the conflict, watching the international community support the people of Kuwait, support their right to be an independent nation, and through our work with both the Kuwaitis and our coalition partners to liberate Kuwait. And for me, as a young man at the time, I remember seeing that and feeling a huge amount of pride that the UK had played its part supporting the people of Kuwait in defending themselves.
Thank you very much, Minister Cleverly. Anything I forgot to mention or forgot to ask? Any last words?
I think really the point I would just like to reinforce is that I've really enjoyed the visit here. I'm very, very grateful of the hospitality that has been extended to me by the Kuwaiti people, and I look forward very, very much to visiting again at some point soon, I hope.
Thank you so much for this exclusive interview. To our viewers, thank you for watching. Have a very good evening.